Good evening, cupcakes. How are you all doing? You're all Granny Karen Cakes is back again. I think that's how you young kids say it. Back again. That's what my grandson had said. I'm not certain. I don't know. How was everybody? Hey there. Get off my yarn. Again, I like that name. I don't like people touching my yarn. You got power again. Well, that's good. Glad that you got some power. Granny Karen Cakes isn't all there today. She's a little off. Hey there, Imperfect. I think you go by the name of Moth. I think I was talking to that traveling tatter. She had mentioned that you like to be called Moth. I don't know why you like moths, but if you're a moth, don't get anywhere near my yarn. You're gonna eat up all my wool. We're not cupcakes, we're hooker. Not on my watch, you're not. You are cupcakes here. Since I'm Granny Karen Cakes, I'm going to decide to call all of you my cupcakes. Because that crafty cub, he told me that I should have a name for all of my fans. So I came up with the name, you're my cupcakes. Hey there, Granny. How are you? I don't know what all those little things are that are moving there, Mr. Moth. Noms? I don't know what that noms mean. Went out on Halloween Day, just came back half an hour ago. My word, that was a couple days ago. My grandma with delicious looking hair. Don't be eating my hair, my hair is not made out of yarn. What are you talking about, boy? Hey there, Lilac. Hello, I usually do schoolwork around this time, but I'm sick, so I'm sorry that you're sick. I hope that you start to feeling better here soon. You had 7 inches of snow down trees and tree limb. My word. I'm sorry that you had all of that snow there. Granny Karen's not a fan of the snow. At my age, I can't be going out and risking breaking a leg or a hip or something. Wallpaper? Oh, yeah, my background here? My grandson Alpaca got that to be all pretty back there. I don't know how you do that with the computers. He was did his little thing and made these pretty looking little doily pictures back there. So, well, for those of you who don't know who I am Granny Karen Cakes Merino, and that crafty cub, that nice young man, allows me to come on his little internet TV show here and teach you all some old patterns back in my day when I was just a little girl. I started crocheting a blanket in Suzette stitch. That Suzette stitch is a pretty stitch there. Get off my yarn. I do approve of that stitch. So what I'm going to be doing here this evening and working on this project I've been sharing with all you fine folk, some filet crochet, and it's going to be a rooster. Let me move this, click on this thing. Let me make certain I'm going to the right spot here. There, I think we got it. This here pattern is from this book called Priscilla Filet Crochet, and I think somewhere in the computer thing, it's gonna have some that you can click on so you can find it. And the Crafty Cub said something about make certain to let you all know that this is in when you click on the thing, something about page 39. So it's when you click on when you do the thing and you find it, and somehow you got to find page 39 of that, and you can find this this rooster here. Oh, right there, that's it. That's another thing that Crafty Cub had told me and did for me. Come this December here, we're going to be doing some Christmas holiday type patterns and pieces, and I found these really cute, darling little angel tree toppers made out of crochet thread. And I found 4 of them, and I wasn't certain which one that I was going to do, as I like all 4, and I thought I was going to let you fine folk, decide which one that we should do. So he did his thing and made a thing where you all can vote. I think you've already started voting or something. So if you click on that thing right there where it says choose your favorite angel, For me, oh, well, hi there, Gary. You startled this old lady. How are you doing? Wonder what's on page 69. I'm not certain. I don't know if it goes up to 69. Hi there, Sophie22. How are you doing? I heard that you haven't been doing well.
Great.
Wow. Hi there, Aunt Miss Erin Brown. How are you doing? I am Granny Caron Cakes Merino. I take over the Crafty Cub stream little television computer show here, and on Thursday nights, and I show some vintage crochet. So how are you doing, Aaron? Like I was saying, if you head onto that, you click on that thing there, and you can vote and pick whatever angel you want me to do. And I think he said it's going to be up until the 7th of December, so you got almost a little over a month to put in your votes, and whatever you all decide, that's the one that Granny Karen's going to make. Worn out for a sure busy day. You had a busy day. I know how those busy days can be there, Gary. Take care of yourself. You're doing good, Aaron? Well, that's mighty fine. I'm doing pretty well myself. So we're going to pick up on this filet crochet piece here, and I'm going to try to get a whole lot more progress done than what I've done over the past 2 weeks, because that Crafty Cub told me that come after the Thanksgiving holiday here in the good old United States of America, once we're going to do all that Christmas stuff. Well, there's not going to be a stream here because Granny Caron Case is going to be spending the holiday on Thanksgiving with her family, with my daughter DK and her husband Gage and their son, my grandson Alpaca, and I think Al's going to invite all his extended family, his wife, what was her name? Pearl Ply, and all the Pearl siblings. That's too many to name. I'm not certain. So I won't be here for the holiday, and that Thursday before that holiday is when I'm going to be going to the drag race to see the race cars. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I only got tonight and next Thursday to get this done. If not, then we got to be doing this after them Christmas holidays, and I think you all want to see this done before then. So that's what we're going to do right here. Right there, it says that chicken fillet motif. That's what I'm doing right here. What's that say right there? Yeah, filet, Priscilla Filet, 1911. Yep. There, right there, it says page 39. So check that out if you want to do this same pattern here, and let me make certain I know where I'm left off on this pattern here with you fine people. You voted. Well, I'm glad for your vote. It's not like it's an election, like if you're going to have somebody go into president or mayor or anything, but that's still, it's a vote. Last night I discovered the convenience of apps that track your crochet, and it's easier. My work. Lilac, you're going to have to tell this old lady how to do that, because I like how to track it. Alrighty, here we're going to be see if we can get into this pattern here. Let me make certain Granny Karen knows what she's doing tonight. I think I know how to do this. There'll be no strings to bind your hands. If not, my love can't bind your heart. There's no need to take a stand, for it was who I chose to start. Oh, isn't that just pretty? 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't know where that's from. That sounds like some highfalutin poet wrote that. Maybe did you write that there, Fairy Dust? Are you a poet? All right, here. That's 3 open squares. We got to do 4 for this line right here. For those of you who are new to filet crochet, this pattern here is right above my Granny Caron's head. Not really. Can't really grab it. But that little chicken pattern, anytime there's a white square, that's an open square. And to do an open square, you do a double crochet, you chain 2, and you skip 2 chains and do a double. And anytime there's a black square, you do double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And that's how you do basic filet crochet right here. I see no need to take me home. I'm old enough to face the dawn. Just call me Angel of the Morning. Oh, you're singing that song, that pop star, that, what was her name? It was like some beverage. It wasn't milk. What was her name? Oh, Granny Caron got to keep track of how many squares I got to do. So there's 3. I've heard the word angel. Juice, that's what it wasn't milk. Juice Newton, that was her name. Alrighty, here. So that was 1 solid square, and I got 2 more solid squares to do. So we're going to do 3 doubles right next to each other. And that forms one of them there black little squares, and I got 1 more square to do. So we just had Halloween. Did you all have a happy and safe Halloween? Let me just double check this, make sure Granny Caron's counting right. That crafty cub, he told me he dressed up as a monk, which is probably good for him because that crafty cub has got a potty mouth. He's a good boy, but he's got a potty mouth. So maybe him dressing up as a monk might help him a little bit. Nope, like I said, storm outage with what? Is that some newfangled language? Stower outer germ with Poe? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, I remember. You said that you had a power outage. Sorry to hear that, but glad that your electricity is back up and running. We got to do 5 open squares. I did 1 right there. Got to do 4 more open. That was number 2. That right here is number 3. And a number 4. And I have a total of number 5, right? And that's right. Alrighty here. And then we got 2 that we have to fill in. What is everybody working on tonight? Is anybody else crocheting or crafting along with Granny Caron? I like to have friends work on projects with me. Yes, he dressed as a monk. Thought his robe was going to burst into flames with all his transgressions. You're not lying there, fairy dust. Like I said, he's a talented, nice boy, but some of the stuff that I heard him say, working on my crochet drawstring backpack for your school stuff. Well, isn't that's pretty practical there, Lilac. something that you can create and have fun making and make it your own, and you can use it too. See here, Granny Caron lost track. Not the first time I lost track. Got to do 2 more here. That's 2 more open ones. I'm using Line Brand Mandela bonus bundles for my blanket. Normally I don't like acrylic much, but I like it for this blanket. I'm certain it's going to work out just right. I like all types of yarn and thread. And I'm partial to the crochet thread here. The 3 or the 4 weight mandala. The 3, that's some fine yarn. 2. Right there's a 3. And a 3. When I'm doing this pattern here, it's a 1 and a 2 and a 3. It's like I'm going to be singing a song. I actually used the wrong hook on this project, so I just ripped out 20 rows. Oh, that's too bad there. I prefer the finer yarns, hate bulky. Yeah, I don't like that bulky yarns myself. Alrighty, here we're going to do all open ones all the way across. That's a pretty long way until we get it right about there. Yeah, right about there. Struggle using anything below a 3. That's not for everybody. You see where I need to put all these stitches. Yeah, I'm used to sock weight yarns. I like some sock weight yarn. I like all types of yarn for the most part. I use pretty much anything I can get your hands on. You're like me, Lilac. You knit a lot of sock. I never learned how to knit. Now, my grandson, Alpaca, his wife, Polly, not Polly. What am I talking about? Pearl. I knew it started with a P. Pearl Ply. She comes from a family of knitters. You knit and crochet about equally? Yeah, I never quite learned it, but I heard the Crafty Cub's going to try to get better at knitting. Think he knows how to do a couple of the basic stitches. Wanting a pair of my crocheted socks at this moment. Your feet cold over there, Fairy Dust? You're going to do one more open square. Also spin yarn on a rare occasion. A dye yarn, weave, cross stitch, and still learning shuttle tatting. My word. It's cool here, but the socks are comfy. I do like a pair of comfy socks. Keeps these old feet all warm. Hey there, knitter girl. How are you? I know you can only type to the Crafty Cub, but that crafty cub, he's on his day off today. I take over for him, and he had told me that he made you a moderator, which I don't know what all that means, but he let me know, keep an eye out for you, that you're one of the good ones. Not that anybody else is a bad one, except he did warn me about that fairy dust. Alrighty, here I think I have to do 4 more open squares. How are you, knitter girl? Your reputation precedes you? Apparently it does there. I'm good at recovering from Halloween because I ran up and down the stairs. Be careful and try to recover. Here we got one more row done. Let me find the... There we go. We mark that right off right there. You had a lot of kids? Yeah. Where I live, ain't not many trick-or-treaters come by here. Over 100? My word, do you have enough candy for all them children? You sure did? Well, that's good that you didn't run out of candy. Octomon not getting nothing on you. You pushed it over fairy dust. I don't know what an octomom is. Is that an octopus? And we're going to do open ones all the way until we get... Is that right here? Let me see if I might have to put a stitch marker here somewhere. Right above that. That should be the... That's the last. Here, Granny Caron doesn't want to be counting all that. Granny Caron counts all that and reminds her of her age. So I don't like counting those big numbers. Yeah, make certain y'all vote on that poll on those angels. There's 4 of them there. They're pretty. If you want to vote over on the Discord, if Crafty Cub said something about exclamation point poll, that's how you get it. I don't know how that all works, but that's what that boy told me. You can't hear that music? I just turned it up a little bit. Can you hear it now? Hey there, Spy Guy. A great and glorious Thursday evening to you, Granny Karen. Hope you're doing well. Chicken Filet is looking much cute. Why, thank you kindly, that Spy Guy. Let me do this thing here if I remember how to do this. I think that's how we do it. Granny Karen did it right. I'm learning all this technology. So go check out that Spy Guy. He cross stitches and also what does he do? He does that diamond painting. And thank you for that shout out for Lilac. I appreciate that. Some chicken fillet. Doesn't that sound good? Get off my yarn. I do like some chicken. Thanks for the shout out. Well, you're more than welcome there, that Spy Guy. I appreciate you coming in and spending time here and mentioning me on your stream there. When you mentioned the Crafty Cub, you also mentioned dear old Granny Karen. So I greatly appreciate that. You haven't had anything hot since the power went out? Well, get yourself something hot to eat, youngin'. Right here, we're gonna have to do 2 solid squares here. My word, Granny Karen messed up that stitch right here. Let's try this one more time. Hubby is making stuff now, and you're old. Well, you're not as old as Granny Karen, I can almost guarantee that. There's 6 open squares here. That's number 2 here. Three. Here's that 4th one. Number 5. Come on, number 5. Our 6th one here. We get one filled in. We're going to do open all the way down until we get right here, I think. Yeah, that's right about right. Number 5, ears perked up. We're singing Mambo number 5. I don't know about that. Mambo, isn't that a dance? This old lady, she used to dance when she was young. We used to do the jitterbug all the time. Y'all know the jitterbug? Gonna get more snow? Yeah, it has not snowed here where Granny Karen lives. We don't get snow till much later, and I'm okay if it didn't have any snow. Like I said, I don't want to be risking falling down and hurting myself. We're gonna do a little filled in little square right here. Let me say right here, we got 5 more. We still have snow from Sunday and Monday before. My goodness. We had more lake effect type of storm. You're right by Lake Michigan. Gotcha. Yeah, I heard you guys get a lot of snow up where you live. I've never been up to Lake Michigan before. Here, we can finish off another row here. Granny Karen got one more done. No, it's not looking like much so far, but we got these little rooster's feet here got done. We're going to be slowly making more of our rooster friend. 4 open squares. We do 3 closed in ones. You don't get lake effects now? Yeah, we don't either. Because I'm not close to the lake, so that would make sense. Alrighty here. Got to do open ones all the way to here. One more open one. Got a closed up one. See here, what do we got? Got 5 opened. 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5. We do this pattern in a double knit for a pothole. I'm certain that would look just mighty fine. To keep an eye on where I need to be. filled in little square with our 3 little stitches. All open until we get down here. Till we get here. Let me put my stitch marker. That's the last open one Granny Caron's got to do. Sorry, these old eyes is trying to concentrate on these little stitches here. Every now and I'll look to see if you fine folk, you cupcakes, are interacting with me. Feel free to chit chat, and Granny Caron will respond when I see you. Do 3 filled in ones here. Spy Guy can only lurk. His main account has to play mod for a couple streamers tonight, but lurking and loving the filet. Well, that's mighty fine if you're just lurking here with Granny Caron. I appreciate it, and if you need to go mod and do what you need to do, I totally understand. I just always appreciate you being here. See here how many we got. We got 4 more here. When I get done this row, I'll lay it out and show you fine people how what it looks like so far. I don't know if you're going to see a turkey, a chicken. That's a bird. That's all I know. Hey there, KB Fibers. I'm doing pretty good there. My name is Granny Caron Cakes Merino, and the Crafty Cub is nice enough to let me take over his stream on Thursday nights to show all you fine cupcakes, as I'm calling you. Granny Caron is not doing this right here. Thank you for giving KB Fibers a shout out. That KB Fibers, I think they knit, they crochet. I think I heard that they do a bunch. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that that Traveling Tatter told Crafty Cub that told me that they also do you needle tack. I could be wrong with that one. You weave and spin and Granny Caron was getting a little carried away and was doing solid squares on this here filet crochet piece when it needed to be open ones. Crochet, knit, spin, weave, crochet, needle tack. This old brain might be old, but still has it sometimes. Well, I'm glad that you came in. Right here, let me zoom on out a little bit here. I'm doing this rooster, this chicken pattern in this filet crochet here. This is from 1911. If you want this pattern, I think you hit that exclamation point chicken fillet. And the Crafty Cub said something about when you click on the thing and you got to scroll down to page 39. I don't know what all that means, but this pattern's older than Granny Caron. He fixed my shawl here, got a little chill. I think it's all one word there. I don't think it's two separate ones. Let me get myself some beverage here. Non-alcoholic. Granny Caron needs to mark her pattern. So if I don't mark that pattern, your picture's going to be all horrible looking. Now, I'm not even halfway done this piece. But I want to get more done, and because I only got this week and next week to do, because the following week I'm going to go see them race cars. Said that his friend Clean Miko and North Ferry got tickets to a drag race thing. But it's in downtown Washington, D.C. I didn't know that they had a racetrack by the White House. And I didn't think that Clay Miko and North Ferry were car people, but all I know is I'm going out for the night for free. That peacock, there's a peacock? Where's the peacock? Is it on that thing you click there? Is there also a peacock? I haven't even clicked on it. Let me see with these old eyes here. See here. Page 18. Oh, I see what it means by pages. That peacock is pretty. Yeah. Granny Caron here, I found this on that website called that Antique Pattern Library. I took a little offense to some of it because some of those patterns came out when I was setting up house for the first time back in 1951. I guess I'm an antique. This body feels like an antique. Hey there, RG Neg. How are you doing this fine evening? I'm just working on we do this here so you can see what I'm doing. Some filet crochet. But that antique pattern library, it's got a lot of free patterns that you can get and do some pretty things. You're with the demons. Oh, don't bring the demons around me. I'm doing well, but I don't want no demons. Hopefully you can get some help, because it's not good to have those demons. Alrighty, here, Granny Caron's got to do some counting here, and when I count those high numbers, it reminds me of her age, and I don't like to be reminded of my age here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's only 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 isn't that old. You do have help? Well, I'm glad that you have help. With number 2 here. I think it's coming along nicely. Give me 1 second here and I will show you. So I'm doing this chicken or this rooster here, and been working on this for a while here, and it's making a pretty little picture up in this this crochet thread. Put it right in here, and just found out that this counter app you can use, you voice activate. Well, things they do with computers these days. If you say next step, it adds one to the counter. That's pretty newfangled there. You sure can. You sure can ask a question. Number 5, I think. You added a row to your account. I'm sorry about that. Can you take a row away? Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. I gotta make certain I got 10 up in here. Asked a couple crochet people, and they don't know what the CG. I'm not certain what CG means. Is there a legend or a little key that will tell you what the symbols mean? There's a lot of patterns that'll tell you what they all mean, and I never heard of no CG. Two filled in little squares here. Does anybody else have an idea what CG would mean? And it's on one of the patterns, there's a symbol, but CG is not there. And that could be a mistake. Or RG-neg. Could it be originally in a different language and then they translated it and somehow it didn't translate right? You could put any kind of pattern into the app. Well, that is pretty nifty. Do you happen to have the name of that app there, Lilac Stars? Hey there, Upcycly. I'm pretty good. How are you? That crafty cub told me your dear mother broke her hip. I just want to know how she's doing. And how are you doing? And everybody go check up Upcycly. She takes trash and turns them into treasure. It's in an England 40 Granny Square book. I'm not certain what that means then. Not certain what a CG and crochet would mean. Called Row Counter. It's free on iPhone and Android. I don't know about all that. Granny Caron still has a telephone that's connected to the wall. Oh, it says an ad's going to start here in about a minute. All right, here. We're going to take a little break from this here. I'm going to go and have myself a little commercial break, and let me turn the music off here. And Crafty Cub told me to press this one button when we're going to go to break, and then we'll come back and we'll resume with this. So he said, press this button.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
All right, then I remember that from the picture shows back when I was a young lady. All right, here we're gonna go and do that break, and when we come back, we're gonna return to this, and I will see what all you cupcakes are chatting about. So stick around. All righty. Thank you, Cupcakes, for sitting through that little commercial break. And I don't know how we get commercials here. Is where I'm not. I don't know how all that works with the network and I don't know TV. I guess I'm in show business, but I don't know that much about show business. All righty here. You can't put a counter app on a landline. I didn't think so, Lilac. Doing good. Mama's been home since Friday. I'm struggling to get the right size equipment for her. She has to go to physical therapy on Monday. Well, hopefully you can find the right type for her, and hope she's doing well, and hopefully she'll do good with that physical therapy. I'm wishing her all the luck. Alrighty here. Where's Granny Caron at now? I can't remember. I don't even remember my name half the time. Got 2 filled in ones here. And thank you, Knitter Girl, for shouting up Upcycly. I appreciate that. I think that's what you call it. That SO means a shout out. Here. All the way open until we get right down here. Hey there, Sunshine, Texas 83. I'm assuming that's Texas. I've never been to the state of Texas. I'm doing pretty well there, Sunshine. How are you? I'm Granny Caron Kicks Merino, if you haven't met me before. And Crafty Cub lets me come in on his TV show and show how to do some vintage crochet here. We're working on this crocheted rooster. It's filet crochet. Yep, it's Texas. I've seen him, but I haven't met you yet. Well, I'm glad to meet you. Yep, he's a nice young man, and he let me. Granny Karen, come on, Granny Karen. I didn't even get that stitch done right. He lets me come in and show all you fine cupcakes how to work with some crochet thread. And said I'm doing this pattern. It's from 1911. Well, before Granny Karen was a little girl. I think Granny Karen's almost going to get one more row done. My word, did Granny Karen do this right? No, she did not. All right. Here I'm a little confused. I love filet crochet, but I cheat and use thin baby yarn. There's nothing wrong with that. You could do filet crochet and pretty much any type of yarn you want. I hear me take myself a gander at this little stitch here. Should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. Granny Karen did it right again. One of the few things this old lady has done right in her life. I think the most, not the most, what is Granny Karen talking about? I think the number one thing that Granny Karen did right in her life was marry that dear departed Hank Merino. He was a saint. Mark off my another row here. I don't know if you can see it, but this is going to be his rooster's legs. And I think this might be the bottom part of his little feather. I think it's going to be real pretty and darling looking. Out of here, where am I at? My word, that Seagam boy gave me a heart attack. Don't do that to this old lady here. How are you, Seagam? How are you doing there, sonny boy? You're gonna see, you got that right there, Lilac Stars. The only reason I would want to go to heaven early is to see my my dear Hank Merino. But I'm not ready to leave you fine folk right now. Trying to concentrate after that disturbance from that Seagam boy. Granny Hank said he wants to see you. Better watch your mouth, sonny boy. And I know you're not talking to my dear Hank. You need to behave. I got open squares all the way down to here. We're gonna really get into this chicken's body here soon. Alrighty, knitter girl.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you for the follow, Sunshine, Texas. I do greatly appreciate it, and the crafty cub, I know he'll appreciate it. Sure thought I was already following, but I'm old and can't remember. Crap. Oh, I know how that is. I don't remember. What was I saying? See, I don't remember what I was saying. Out of here. Surprised I can remember how to do this. All right, we got a filled in little square here. It's part of its little leg. Got two open little boxes. Here, we got four closed up ones. One. And two. That's three. And that right here is going to be number four. Got an open one. We got a closed one. So what are you doing over there, that Seagam? Causing trouble. Got an open one. Eating lemon Oreos. I know the crafty cub does love some lemon Oreos. I got to do two filled in ones. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Here. That. And I got open ones all the way down. Get right about here. Where's that stitch marker? Mark that. That's the last open one. Yeah, Granny Caron hasn't had her dinner yet, so I can't even think about having any sweets like a lemon Oreo. Caramello. I haven't seen a caramello bar in I don't know how many years. Granny having soup. I'm not certain what Granny's having. Soup does sound good. Thank you, Lilac, for that hydrate. And for the finger stretches and the posture stretch and the stretch, but these old bones can't stretch too much. I don't want to. Granny Karen doesn't want to hurt herself, but I appreciate that. Here. I think there's 3 filled in ones. Here and got 4 open squares. Mark off 1 more row here. Got 5 opens. Three, 4, number 5. Got a filled in one. How many open ones are next? 7? Yeah, there's 7 there. When Granny Karen gets to the end of this row, I'll show you all you cupcakes what this looks like. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more open little square. That's 7. Filled in one. And an open one. How many filled in ones we got next? We got 2 filled in ones. Open one. Get 2 filled in. Is that right? Right what that says? Certain about this. Yeah, there's 2 filled in ones here. Two filled in. There's 2 open. Right here, I can't even see that. That's 4 filled in. All them filled in spaces. Go all the way down here. Some open ones. Here, if I can see with these old eyes. Granny, how's your grandson or son? I don't have a son. I got a grandson, Alpaca. He's doing pretty good. After all that issue we had back in the springtime with him hacking into the Crafty Cubs TV show here, he's doing a lot better. He's truly sorry, and he's apologized profusely. This old lady can't say words tonight. He apologized to the Crafty Cub, and everything's doing well. And I don't have a son. I have a daughter named Danielle Kimberly, but we call her DK. when she was born undersized. She was really, really, really tiny. She was only 3 pounds. She's a weight of 3 when she was born. That is Alpaca's mother. But thank you for asking. I greatly appreciate that. There, Seagam. Let's zoom on out. Oh, Granny Caron needs to mark her little pattern right here. There, we can kind of, if you use your imagination, you can see there's a leg and there's another leg, and this is the bottom. I think this is a little bit of the back feathers, and that's the little chicken scratch he dug in the dirt. Actually, let me turn this around here where it looks more like the picture right up above me. Getting it. We're getting there. I think we're gonna stop it and call it a night here. Granny Caron's getting tired, and Granny Caron needs to get some something to eat before she takes her evening medications. Let's switch on over here to this, and let me see who. Again, I think you all do the raid. Again, like I said, my day, a raid was when law enforcement would come and break into your house and gather you up, or went into a establishment that you were some wrongdoing, or if you had them their roaches. So let me see if I remember how to do this. That crafty cub told me, he always tells me this. You do this. There. He got that YouTube channel, and I'm on the YouTube's on his channel. So if you want to see Granny Caron on the YouTube, click on that thing right there. And what did that say? Now have merch. Yeah. He's got some merchandise that you can purchase from him and for to help him out. And he said he's going to try to get some Granny Caron merch. I can only imagine what that boy's going to come up with for Granny Caron. And then said to do the Discord, whatever that thing means. I think that's where you go to vote on the angels. Yeah, so go over and then do the vote. Always go out and vote. So vote for your favorite angel. So click on that that last thing that popped up in that purple letters and join that thing over there and pick out which angel you would like to see. And when the beginning of December, I think the 7th, the Crafty Cub said, we'll see the results, and then we're going to make one the following week. We're going to make a little angel tree topper. What else did that Crafty Cub say? Oh, we're going to go and raid, and he said to do this. And you copy that thing there. Ooh, things flying all across my screen. So copy that if you are what did he say, a follower? Kind of sounds like a cult to me if you're a follower. But and then he said this right here. This part, that right there is if you are a subscriber. I guess you give him some money or give them some money, and you don't have to see some ads. It's commercials, so commercial free, kind of like cable television, I guess. I remember when cable television came out, and I didn't understand half of that, and I don't understand it now. The only thing I really watch is the Weather Channel. Thank you, Spy Guy. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here. That Crafty Cub talks nonsense. Well, I don't know about that, Seagam. I'm not really certain about that. So those are the things that you copy when we go and do this raid. And let me see who's going to be raiding on over here. Give me 1 second here. Granny Caron needs to figure this thing out. Alrighty here. I think we are going to go and see who's on. Well, that Tatter's on, but I think we always go to Tatter. Let's see if we can go and find someone else who might be on. Well, they're playing something called a Minecraft. I don't know what that means. They're painting. We can do painting, maybe. I know what we're gonna do. I know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to this channel here. I never rated him. I think the Crafty Cubs rated him. We're going to go to Pick Stitch. And I think he's not doing anything arts and crafts. He's doing something else. But I think that Pick Stitch also does some crochet, and he does the cross stitch too. But I don't think he's doing it tonight. But we can still go say hi to him, and I want to go meet that Pick Stitch boy. So everybody stick around, and I'll be back next Thursday to work more on this Filet crochet, and the Crafty Cup will be here on Saturday to do his donation blankets to that Project Linus. So everybody stick around for this raid here. We're going to go and visit some I don't know exactly what that Pick Stitch is doing, but we're going to go visit Pix and say hi to him. So I will talk to you all, you cupcakes, all next week. So you all have a good evening, and hope you all have an enjoyable weekend. I will chat with you all later, you fine folks. Let me turn this off because that's loud in Granny Caron's ear. So